Welcome to Cousins Gymnasium for the last women's basketball game in Medford, Massachusetts this season. Today on JumboCast, we see off a class of 5 seniors playing in their last home game who have impacted NESCAC, Tufts, and Division III basketball in countless ways. We're excited to tip off in today's matchup between the number 21, Smith College Pioneers and the Tufts University Jumbos. Today marks the battle between two NCAA tournament teams last year, Smith, a Final Four team, and Tufts, an Elite 8 team in 2023. Needless to say, we have an exciting game for you this evening. My name is Molly Sullivan, and joining me on the mic today is Jason Street and Justin Loker. For the Bows, a win against a ranked team tonight would mean a major boost for their bid for an NCAA berth. Justin, what does Tufts need to focus on in order to secure a win tonight?
So tonight I'm looking at three things mainly. So first I'm looking at, can Maggie Russell win her matchup tonight against Sophia Rosa, former teammate Sophia Rosa playing for the Jumbos for 3 years. Jumbo's offense, when it gets going, it's usually because Maggie Russell is able to get the ball, get down low, and get to the hoop, draw free throws, and get layups. I'm also looking at rebounding. Against Bowdoin, and many times this year, they've had problems getting boards, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, giving up extra chances to their opponents and getting one-and-dones on their own side. And I'm also looking at limiting turnovers. When the Jumbos have struggled, it's because they're not holding up, they're not being careful with the ball and just being a bit careless. And yeah, as you mentioned, the Jumbos, they really need, it's a bit too late for them to get hope of a NESCAC home game. They need one win this weekend in their games against Wesleyan and Trinity. They need to get one win to clinch a tournament berth. Home game's a bit off the table for them. But again, as you mentioned, they could really use a win against a ranked team to hopefully get a NCAA tournament berth.
And on the other side of that, we have a Smith College team coming in ranked 21, pretty comfortable for the playoffs. Jason, what are the keys to the game for Smith College tonight if they want to lock in a win?
Yeah, Molly, it's great to be here tonight at Cousins. For Smith, it's simple. They need to shoot early and often. Tufts had a little bit of trouble with their perimeter defense against Bowdoin in their last game, with Bowdoin shooting over 50% from beyond the arc in the first half of that game. Another thing for Smith, find Ali Yamada. Last game against Clark, she shot 8 from 13 from beyond the arc, and she has scored 20-plus points in 3 of her last 4 games. And finally, as Justin was alluding to before, they need to make sure that Maggie Russell doesn't get hot, because she has really been the only consistent scorer on offense for these Jumbos, and Smith just needs to control that.
Yeah, and tonight's a unique game. It's a battle of familiar faces. Jill Pace, head coach for the Jumbos, was an assistant at Smith College under Smith head coach Lynn Hersey from 2013 to 14. Smith also, as Justin mentioned, has a former Tufts player on their roster, Sophia Rosa, a graduate student for Smith College. So, should be a fun game tonight. We're looking forward to it. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be back soon. right, welcome back. We are excited for our game tonight. Smith College versus Tufts University in Cousins Gymnasium. Starting for Smith College Pioneers visiting Ali Yamada, Jane Liu, Jessie Ruffner, Sophia Rosa, Hannah Martin. As we mentioned, Sophia Rosa, a former Tufts player, now a graduate student at Smith College. Starting for Tufts University is an all-senior lineup. Callie O'Brien, Samantha Souza, Malia Folliard, Hannah Kelly, and Maggie Russell. Excited to see what that lineup will do tonight. They had a good game against Bowdoin, all 5 seniors playing together in their last game on Cousins floor. Looking forward to seeing that tonight.
And I will say, well, much to some frustration over the year, Jill Pace has been quite reluctant to change her lineup. This lineup, as you mentioned, did perform fairly well against a great Bowdoin team. And with this being the last game, almost certainly the last game these seniors play on this court, I'm glad to see that Jill Pace going back to that, giving these players a start, especially Malia Folliard and Hannah Kelly, who aren't the Jumbo's normal starters, just getting the chance to go out with a bang tonight.
That's right, Justin. And it should be a very interesting matchup. These teams, since 2022, each team has won one matchup against the other. Before that, they had not played since 2004, so this is a bit of a recent rivalry we got going here, so we'll see here who comes out on top tonight.
And Coach Lynn Hersey of the Smith College Pioneers is not unfamiliar with NESCAC basketball. She was formerly on the Amherst College women's basketball coaching staff. So she is used to coaching in this gym, and a lot of success for her. It's her 17th season at Smith. Last year, 2023, Women's Basketball Coaches Association National Coach of the Year. She led her team to NUMAC Championship and Final Four appearance. So looking forward to this matchup between two very powerful coaches who are familiar with NESCAC basketball.
Also wanted to briefly mention that while the Jumbos are going with their all-senior lineup today, we do want to mention that Annika Decker, who suffered her knee injury on Friday, glad to see that she's able to be walking around tonight. We hope she makes a full recovery and is able to be back as soon as possible.
And it looks like Sophia Rosa will take the tip-off. Probably not an unfamiliar position in this gym for her. And we are tipped off here. Maggie Russell with the ball, Callie O'Brien, and the Bows will run their first offensive possession of the game. O'Brien. And Smith will head the other way. Liu to Ruffner. Yamada with the ball on the drive, pulls it out. An inside matchup here, a double from O'Brien. And Tufts will give up the 3 outside. And an offensive rebound, the first of the game. Jason, what did we talk about in the beginning with offensive rebounds? Yeah,
it's going to be vital for this game as we see Ruffner miss the layup there. Yeah, Tufts was out-rebounded on offense last game against Bowdoin, 26-5. Overall, they've just been out-rebounded by several teams this season, and they need to pick that up if they want to have a chance of winning today.
Brian drives, kicks out. Hannah Kelly called for a travel there, and the ball will go the other way with the Pioneers.
And as I had mentioned earlier, the Jumbos really got to try to limit those turnovers, whether they be throwing the ball away or travels. Those were really killer for their prospects last weekend in games they needed to win.
Yamada on the drive, kicked out to Liu. And in the corner, 3, Hannah Martin is good. The first points of the game will fall. Hannah Martin, 3 points.
And that's something you don't want to see if you're a Jumbos fan. They had a lot of Bowdoin had a lot of open looks last game against Tufts, and there was another one right there.
O'Brien with a backdoor cut, but they don't give it to her. They give it to Samantha Souza for the 3, and it is 3-3, an exciting game. Both these teams shoot well from the 3-point line. Looking forward, especially Smith.
And Sam Souza on the year, shooting 45% from 3. Been a big change of pace with Sofia Gonzalez's 3-point percentage taking a bit of a dip this year from 40% to 30%.
And we're going to see Gonzalez head in the game very early for Hannah Kelly.
So this would be the lineup that I had expected going into this if this were not the last game at this home court. With Annika Decker being out, Jill Pace going to a 2-big lineup with Folliard. A lineup that, when these 5 have been together, has performed pretty well this year.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing we've seen so far with each team converting a 3, I mean, for Smith, they're first in the NUMAC in 3-point percentage with 39%, and Tufts, they're first in the NESCAC in 3-point percentage with 32%.
Russell wants it down low, but Sam Souza will drive, pull up for a 2-pointer, and it looks like Tufts will put on some sort of press, but Smith breaks it easily. Yamada driving. Hannah Martin with the ball in her hands. Hand off to Yamada. And Sophia Rosa will get her first points back in Cousins Gymnasium.
And a bit of a surprise, the Jumbos choosing to guard Rosa with Mallory Folliard. I'd expected them to put Russell against her, but we'll see how this matchup plays out early.
A nice steal there by Yamada. Smith will go the other way in transition. Rosa will fumble, but it stays. Looks like maybe it knocked off of Gonzalez's fingers. And Stella Galanes will come in with Caitlin O'Boyle for the Bows.
Yep, and Gonzalez had a good hand in there to knock that ball away. Unfortunately, it didn't go the Bows' way, but she's been playing very well defensively as of late with 2+ steals in her last 3 games.
And a great backdoor cut from Yamada. A 3 from Hannah Martin. Hannah Kelly, Hannah Martin on both teams here. Galanes is going to take the other way quickly.
They both wear number 22 as well.
This is true, yeah.
And that's 2 threes already from Hannah Martin. Last game she was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, so continuing that.
Gonzalez pull up. And a great offensive rebound, but it doesn't go for Caitlin O'Boyle. So it's going to come the other way.
Yeah, that's what you want to see if you're Tufts, getting those offensive boards. Unfortunately, Caitlin O'Boyle could not convert.
Rosa inside, doubled. And the 3 from Yamada will not fall, and a good rebound from Tufts.
Yep, it's been interesting that Yamada has missed 2 of these threes, considering she was 8 of 13 last game against Clark.
Galanes takes it. Caitlin O'Boyle, Maggie Russell with the post move, and that is good. No surprises there, Dustin.
And that's what the Jumbos need to do tonight. When they need to get Maggie Russell down low, let her use her 6'1" frame, getting to the hoop, and just getting those easy buckets. Sometimes at times Maggie Russell, when she's held to the 3-point line, her offensive ability, while still great, is not fully unlocked.
And there on the other end, Rosa with the easy post move. I wonder if at one point they will guard each other, because they don't seem to be right now, but they get busy in the post. I'm sure their coaches will go to a different player to guard them. Russell inside again. 3 from Galanes. Won't fall. Russell goes to the rebound, but it is pulled down by Jessie Ruffner, coming the other way.
Yep, and here Smith tries to, they go to really quickly down the court on these transitions.
Ruffner. Hannah Martin for 3. And that is good. And, you know, we talked about open 3s from the Bows. Their defense doubling on the ball and 3s being open the other side. Definitely not what Coach Jill Pace wants to see so far this game.
And I believe that's Martin's 3rd 3 of the game so far.
Yeah, quick 3 for 3 for Hannah Martin from 3, so she's already got 9 on the quarter.
As Russell pulls down another offensive rebound and puts that one back up. Tufts gonna press again, but they're getting beaten on the break here, 2v1. Rosa will finish with pressure and one, and will go to the line.
Yeah, great find there by Hannah Martin. Finds Rosa for the quick bucket and one.
Milanis tried to get in the way, but couldn't get in a legal guarding position.
And here we see Rosa at the line. Last game she was 7 for 7. So hopefully I didn't jinx her here, but let's see. I did not.
And there's a three-point play from Rosa. Entering the game for Smith, Amelia Claremont, Annie Spazzi entered the game just a little while ago. For Tufts, and Callie O'Brien came back in, has the ball in her hand, taking it down the court. A handoff to Gonzalez. And that looks like it's going to be a travel violation.
Yeah, and Tufts has had a couple early mistakes here, travels, turnovers, and you got to limit those if you want to beat a team like Smith, who really you got to do everything you can to beat them.
Rosa doubled. Hannah Martin.
That's already the third turnover of the game for the Jumbos.
Cross court pass, 3 Smith players wide open, but that shot won't fall. Tufts will come the other way. O'Brien drives, pulls up, and Sosa's going to fight for the rebound in there, it looks like.
Yep, and it was nice to see O'Brien go in for a shot there. I believe she only had 2 last game. I'd like to see her be more aggressive there.
Gonzalez. A screen from O'Boyle. Gonzalez going to pull up. 4-2 from the elbow. That's good. And Tufts going to put on their press again. But it really looks like Smith's having no trouble beating this. Just a quick dribble across court. A 3 from, and that's going to be rebounded by Tufts.
Good rebound over Rosa there.
Souza, O'Brien, 3. That one's not going to fall. And that will be hit out of bounds. And Tufts ball coming in for the Bows. Maggie Russell and Mallory Folliard.
It does look like they've been doing better with their offensive boards here.
The Jumbos going back to the 2 big lineup, hoping to get some size down low, get some buckets. On the last few possessions, the Jumbos have been more or less held a bit to the outside. We'll try and get some more offensive penetration.
And Jasmine Washington here guarding Maggie Russell, just subbed into the game. And Russell will try to go through that, but that's good defense from Jasmine Washington. And a player much taller than her. Claremont to Washington.
And Sophia Gonzalez doing what Sophia Gonzalez does best, and that's be quick with her hands, getting in the attacker's face and taking the ball away, able to change. Well, Smith will keep the ball. The possession arrow will now be in favor of Tufts.
And Smith's going to run off-ball screen for multiple players. And a good pass in by Imada. Shot from Claremont, but it does not fall. Especially with the rebound, pushing it forward. O'Brien drives baseline. Spazzi for 3. That one's much short. O'Brien tries to save it, does save it, but Smith will push the other way. But a turnover there for Smith, and maybe they're just pushing it too quick there. They had numbers, but although I'm not sure that they did have numbers, they actually didn't have numbers there. So maybe that's one where you pull it out and wait.
It's a rare mistake by grad student Sophia Rosa. And here comes Callie O'Brien the other way.
Folliard at the 3. Spazzi drives. A nice little floater from her. And she'll immediately turn around to play defense. Smith coming down. Hannah Martin, Yamada, Washington. And Claremont's going to drive here. But she doesn't get all the way around. Good defense, good defense. A rebound from Tufts. They haven't looked too bad on the boards tonight.
They'll also be pleasant. They'll also be pleased to see that each team will be pleased to see they've only committed 1 foul so far. Both teams, when I was looking at the stats this morning, both teams have a penchant for getting into foul trouble. They'll be pleased to see that only 1 foul each so far.
And O'Brien puts in a 2 down there. Hannah Martin in the corner, but blocked.
That shot blocked by Gonzalez.
And another and 1 from Sophia Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa's been playing really tough in the paint. Last game she had 13 points, and she's had six or more rebounds in the past 7 games. So she is just a beast in the paint. Going back to that last possession for the Jumbos, that was O'Brien's first points since Colby, I believe. So that's got to be a big confidence boost for her.
And Jane Liu will check back into the game. And Annie Ryan will check into the game for the first time tonight. First year from New Jersey. Rose is going to put that one in for a 3-point play. It is 19-15, Smith College. O'Brien, clock winding down. Rose is going to grab that rebound, and that is going to be it for us this first quarter. Justin, Jason, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great that Tufts has been able to keep it a close game. Hannah Martin for Smith she's shooting amazing from 3, just like she did last game. But I think the Jumbos have done a better job overall rebounding, and it's good that they've kept it a 4-point game so far.
And so far for the Jumbos, bit of an even scoring distribution. Souza with 5, Maggie Russell with 4, nobody else with more than 2. Meanwhile, for Smith College, all 19 of their points have come from Sophia Rosa and Hannah Martin. 10 for Rosa and 9 for Martin. Martin still with I believe she's still 3 for 3 from downtown.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Close game here in Cousins. We'll be back soon. We're back here for the second quarter. It is 19 Smith, 15 Tufts. And Galanis will take the ball up the court to start us off. Russell, Galanis. Back to Russell, post move. That one won't fall. Rosa will grab the rebound.
Still a bit surprised to see Russell and Rosa staying far away from each other.
Looks like Rosa in the paint. Out to Yamada. That one won't fall, but Rosa's going to grab that rebound. That's her height right there talking. And she's going to put that one back up. Russell nowhere near that play. Not inside helping out, so interesting tactical choice there. A foul there from Washington.
Yeah, going back to that last possession by Smith, Yamada, I believe, is now 0 for 4 from the field, which, again, is very surprising considering her stellar shooting performance last game.
In addition, the Jumbos seem to be willing to double team, and if not, sometimes triple team Rosa when she's down low with the ball. Just saying, we don't want Rosa to beat us. If someone else can shoot and beat us, so be it. But the Jumbos clearly focusing on Rosa on the defensive side of the ball.
And Galanis knocks in 2 there. No hesitation. Lou will screen. And a steal from Gonzalez heading the other way. She will go up with it. A nice Galanis with the rebound, and that is great offensive rebounding from the Jumbos. And that's what we didn't see at Bowdoin.
And actually, I'll mention, so a couple weeks ago, when we were doing interviews for the Tufts women's basketball team, Sophie Gonzalez, one of the players who sat down with us, she was asked, what do you do when the shots aren't falling? And her exact answer was defense. Be a pest. Be great on getting steals, getting tips, just blocking shots. And that's what she's been doing these past few weeks.
Gonzalez took that one way. Martin went the other for 2. But now Smith forces a turnover, and they are going to go the other way. Lou. Out of bounds. Looks like Lou stepped out of bounds there. And subbing in for Smith is Jessie Ruffner. Or it looks like she's, there you go.
Yep,
Sam, Souza, and Ruffner.
Ruffner comes in for Yamada. Ruffner 3 rebounds away from a triple-double last game. So let's see if she can leave her mark starting now on this game.
The ball looks to continuously be in the hands of Stella Galanis, a first year, someone who Pace seems to trust to bring the ball up, and maybe that's why. Galanis starts the basket for 2, and she looks to be comfortable with the ball this game.
Jill Pace not afraid to give Stella Galanis minutes. I do recall back in November in the Colorado College game, Galanis getting 17 minutes off the bench, so when she's playing well, Jill Pace has no problem leaving her in the game.
Washington to Ruffner. Rose is inside with the mismatch, but they're not going to give it to her. A 3 missed from outside, and Russ is going to take it the other way.
Yeah, you got to watch out leaving Martin by herself there from 3, but lucky it didn't fall. Wow.
Galanis with the offensive rebound. She seems to be having herself a game tonight. Souza is going to drive. But that one's not going to fall.
Yeah, Galanis already with 6 points and at least 2 very strong rebounds.
And excuse me, Souza is not the game. That was Folliard.
Souza is in the game, though. It just wasn't her making the drive.
Souza is in the game. Thank you. Sorry. And it looks like Michaela Paquette will check into the game for the Bows. She had herself a stretch of some good time in the boating game.
Yeah, when Michaela Paquette gets herself with a little bit of space on the at the elbow near the free throw line, we've seen that she has a very smooth shot, and most of those shots do go in.
Couldn't agree more, Justin.
Trying not to get a travel call, but she loses the ball there.
And Ruffner's going to bring it the other way. Looks like Paquette will now be inside guarding Rosa, which isn't a bad option. And a good force turnover there. Galanis is going to take it the other way.
Yeah, Paquette and Russell combine on the steal.
And Paquette inside,
wow,
falling over. And that's a great finish from her there.
And the
off
Jumbos,
balance.
with that, the Jumbos have tied up this game after being down by a couple possessions. Though a quick foul call on Galanis.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great athletic grab there by Paquette, who kept her feet and finished with the layup.
With that being Galanis' second foul, they'll bring her back to the bench, put O'Brien back in. That'll be it for Annie Ryan for the time being as Gonzalez comes back in.
Ruffner is going to take it up the court. Screen from Rosa. A long swing pass. But that's going to be also a long shot. And Gonzalez is going to bring it the other way. Pull up from 3.
That's a bit of an interesting miss from Maher there. She is shooting 43% on the year. That one not very close, though.
Lou to Washington. And Ruffner's going to drive all the way, right past the Tufts defense. That's not great help defense there.
Yeah, that's Ruffner's first points of the game.
O'Brien. Looks like Russell and Paquette are going to play down low there, 2 bigs, but O'Brien's going to choose to shoot that one for 2 points. That goes in.
And and that's the shot that O'Brien is best at when she is on her game.
Oh, a nice up and under there from Jane Liu, and 1. She will head to the line.
Yeah, but just going back to that Callie O'Brien bucket, I mean, she just looks like a lot more comfortable and confident this game compared to last game at Bowdoin. I mean, she looks a lot more confident.
And that one's not going to fall for Liu. It's interesting there. Smith coach Percy looked a little bit upset with her team, and Liu just made a nice and 1. So definitely getting some pressure from the bench there. Paquette. Handoff. Gonzalez going to pull it out, reset. 8 seconds in the shot clock. And Gonzalez is going to drive all the way, but just missed. That was a nice drive, though. And it seems like that's a theme. There's been a lot of drives to the basket and almost wide open layups tonight. So we'll see if there's any switches next half in help defense for these two teams. Outside, a three from Mar, and another miss from her, uncharacteristic, but Rose is going to grab that rebound. It's kind of bouncing around out there. And a wide open layup from Washington, and I'm not sure what happened there, but the Bows were a little flustered in that rebounding sequence and weren't there.
Yeah, a bit of a missed assignment there. I mean, what's been surprising for me, though, is that Smith, right now they're 3 for, looks like 11 from 3. I mean, they shot, this is crazy, they shot 62% from 3 in their last game against Clark. So it's just a bit different here against the Bows.
And a nice steal there from Jane Liu, and the bench was hyped for her. Checking into the game for Smith is Ella Sylvester for the first time, and from Tufts also for the first time is Sophia Davis. But we will go to a timeout. And Jason, thoughts on Tufts' offensive rebounding?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been better than last game against Bowdoin. It's kept them in this game, quite frankly. Again, still only a 4-point game. Yeah, I mean, they've been holding them from scoring too many threes, but Rose has really been killing them down under the post.
And on the defensive side, the Jumbos doing a decent job preventing the offensive rebounds. I'm seeing 10 defensive rebounds for the Jumbos compared to 4 offensive rebounds for the Pioneers. So nothing too extreme on that end of the floor. Well, while the Jumbos have gotten 6 offensive rebounds, they just haven't been able to convert on all of them.
When we have a close game here, this is definitely the position that both teams, or Tufts wants to be in. I'm sure Smith wanted to be in a much larger margin of winning at this point in the game. They're only 4 points up.
Russell a bit lucky there not to be called for an arm bar, as she would not want to pick up her second foul.
And O'Brien will push it up the floor, but a wild pass there. Maybe looking for a lob, but put a little too much on that one. It looks like Tufts going to drop off of their sort of press that they had on earlier in the game.
I never played basketball past 8 years old, Molly, but I will say that putting a full court press on the whole game is not easy to do.
Certainly not, and it makes sense, but it was surprising early on to start off with that press, as a three from Yamada there won't fall, and Davis will grab the rebound, especially because they weren't fully committed to the press. It was kind of like a put pressure on and then back off as soon as they got it in. So
3 for 12 now from deep for the Pioneers, as this is not, I would say that's probably a big reason why the Jumbos are still only down by 4. Uncharacteristic.
And one there from Russell. She is excited about that one, and she will head to the line.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at the offense for both teams, for Tufts, it seems like it's been a bit more of a balanced attack, with not one player over 6 points, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players scoring. With Smith, it looks like it's basically just been Rosa and Martin so far.
Maggie Russell's going to complete that 3-point play. Drive from Ruffner, but a little bit of a sloppy pass there. O'Brien will go the other way. Gonzalez open for the 3. She takes it, but long. Tufts will grab that rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Bows. O'Brien looks like she will reset. Drive. Davis. And she's going to go all the way. A great move from her there. And Russell with the steal on the other end. And the Bows are, and another steal here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And Russell
Call that a 6-point play right there?
Yeah.
Maggie Russell stealing the ball, putting it back in not once but twice.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been really uncharacteristic from Smith. Just complete breakdown there. And just like that, the Bows are up by 5.
And Cousins is getting loud here on a Tuesday evening after the Jumbos have surged out to a 5-point lead.
And back in the game for Smith is Hannah Martin and Sophia Rosa. Sloppy play from Smith, but it's really just smart play from Russell. It starts with Davis on that really nice drive there. Coming into the game, fresh legs, making it to the rim, and then Russell. I mean, what can we say? about her. She has shown over the past 4 years basketball knowledge beyond what we could ever imagine. So no surprise that she's going to get 2 steals in a row there.
I mean, what I'll say is after getting your inbounds pass stolen once and that going into the basket, why would you then make a sloppy inbounds pass a second time?
O'Brien at the top of the key, and she's going to take that one for 2. Rose is going to grab that rebound, and Smith will go the other way. They need to make a shot here for some momentum. Washington inside. Rosa, a little jumper, and that's good.
Yeah, in the last 2 minutes here, Tufts cannot give up this lead that they've sort of built up here. They need some momentum going into half.
The Jumbos have gotten this lead, I'd say, by playing perfect fundamentals, just not being nothing crazy, just not being sloppy with the ball, getting the rebounds, not turning the ball over, 2 things that I mentioned early on.
And Russell for 2, but that will be long, and Smith will head the other way. A little switch pass to Washington, but she will not get to that one. Her momentum was going forward. Back in for Tufts is Mallory Fullard.
I mean, one word I just used for Smith so far is a bit uncharacteristic. I mean, whether it's their 3-point shooting, their rebounding, or turning it over on transition like that, I mean, it's just not something you've seen from them this season.
O'Brien, and that's going to be a kick from Rosa.
Bit of an obvious one there.
Looks like Tufts will run a play to get Russell open, and she will give it off to Gonzalez. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gonzalez will drive, and there is a foul called on
Smith personal foul, charge number 5, Ali Yamada. That's our
Ali Yamada.
third. Tufts ball underneath. Correction, Tufts ball on the side.
This is a low fouling game so far. Just 3 fouls for each team
In this quarter.
in this quarter.
I believe only one on each team in the first quarter, so not surprising to see that. No one's in foul trouble right now.
Ruffner's going to head the other way for 2, and that will fall. 30 seconds left in this game. Shot clock is on, though.
That's the response the Pioneers needed after falling down 5 points. The Jumbos getting a quick 4 back.
O'Brien looking for options. Russell at the top of the key. Washington trying to guard her. A little floater there, but that is very short.
Oh, it's kept in.
Russell's back on the post. And a nice lay in there.
And that brings Maggie Russell's total points up to 13. 13 now.
And a last second 3 from Yamada, which will be long. And we are heading into half here. It is 36 Tufts, 33 Smith. Jason, how do you think that Smith is keeping up with your keys to the game at the beginning of this match?
Well, one of my keys was Yamada, and so far Tufts has kept her pretty cold shooting. I believe she is 0 for 4 from 3, 0 for 6 overall shooting. And in terms of shooting early and often, I think they did a pretty decent job of that in the first quarter, but the shots that usually have been going in for them just haven't, simply put.
And Justin, for the Bows?
Well, for that, they've gotten what they wanted with Maggie Russell. Maggie Russell sitting on 13 points so far, as well as 4 rebounds. And Jumbo's doing a pretty good job with the rebounding numbers. If I can find them. Yes, here they go. The Jumbos with 8 offensive rebounds on the half. Meanwhile, the Pioneers only with 4. So the Jumbos winning the offensive rebound game, getting the extra chances when the first shot doesn't fall. And in the turnover department, the Jumbos having committed 7 compared to the Pioneers 10. So the Jumbos also doing a decent job keeping the ball out of trouble, being careful with the ball.
And this is a close game, a 3-point game here in Cousins. We will be back on JumboCast in just under 15 minutes. Have a nice break.
Have you ever been watching a sports game and thought to yourself, I could do what those guys just did? Well, so have we. So today, I've brought 4 of my ordinary friends along to test our might against some of Tufts University's finest athletes. This is the JumboCast Amateur Hour. Today we're at beautiful Bellow Field, home of the Tufts University soccer teams, and we are going to try our hand at a penalty kick shootout. To help us here today is one of the star players on the Tufts women's soccer team, Casey Lamb. How are you doing today, Casey?
I'm doing great.
Are you ready to penalty kick against some of us random people?
Yes, I'm a little nervous, but I am excited.
Let's get into it.
My name's Casey. I'm a senior on the women's soccer team, and I play center midfield. The hardest part, obviously, is just getting over the nerves. The nerves are incredibly high, especially if the whole game is on the line. I'm very worried about having to play goalie. I have only played goalie once in my life when I was 12. I wouldn't say I'm especially tall or especially good with moving my body in front of a high-speed ball in the net. So I don't do too well with high-pressure situations, so we'll see.
Hi everybody, it's Lily here again. I would say soccer is the last game we're going to play that I really have a chance.
I once again have to kick a ball today, so I'm not happy about that.
The last time that I played a soccer game was probably when I was 4. I wasn't particularly good.
I played everything from left wing, right back, and goalie, so I can do it all. I feel pretty good about this.
Casey's a serious player. I'm sure she'll put in a good effort, and yeah, I hope to challenge her.
When I was playing soccer in high school, I missed a penalty kick very legendarily to lose us the season. Haven't really recovered. Not sure this will be the game in soccer I would have chosen.
I just don't want to embarrass myself today. I think last place might be a possibility. Might have the chance to take over Lily or Jordan. But just, put up a competitive fight. That's all I'm going to ask for.
I'm going to try to aim center and use the curve technique to get the ball to go away from the goalie, who's just going to think it's coming at them, and they'll narrowly miss.
So Daniel and Ethan have been talking a lot of smack before this matchup today.
I haven't played organized since about 5th grade, and I only really started playing again last year when Daniel asked me to join the intramural soccer team.
Intramural champion t-shirt. Back-to-back now. Shout out to the Washington football team for going back-to-back.
I was the championship-winning goalie. I don't think Daniel gave me nearly enough credit on the job that I've done.
Ethan is one of the most highly skilled intramural goalies we've seen in a long time. That being said, part of the decision to put a man in goal was also due to liabilities. In fact, the position you're seeing him in now is where he spent the majority of our season.
Daniel, good coach, good leader. Nothing but good things to say about him. Apparently he doesn't have the same feelings about me. This one's pretty important to me.
Today we'll be running a modified version of a penalty kick shootout. Each person will serve as the goalkeeper for one rotation in which all of the other players will attempt one shot against them. Players will earn 1 point for a goal scored and 1 point for each save. Let's get into it.
JumboCasters are back to our normal position, off the field of play.
Daniel, you're going in goal, and Casey kicks first.
All right.
Some nice gloves.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He hit the net. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Easy fiver.
That was a makeable save.
Me and Casey, obviously her being good at soccer and me being the best of the average people at soccer. I did feel pressure, and unfortunately it did get to me.
What do you think? Are you going to be 5 for 5?
Oh, I'm planning on it. We'll see how it goes.
Here we go.
He's doing one of mine. Oh no.
It's Mr. First Place right here. Mr. First Place.
Just wait till soccer will be my game.
We've come out here taken some penalties against each other before. He knows my spots. He knows that I like to go to the right. Obviously, didn't go top right, kind of went middle right, and it was way too easy of a save for him.
Saw that coming all the way. I've put in the work. I've been in the film room. That was light work.
It's okay. I know this meant a lot to you.
Don't worry.
You can always bounce back. There's still some more chances.
This is very nerve-wracking.
Oh! What a fake out.
It's tragic. That's tragic.
Okay, now there's some pressure on us, Lily, because we have to make Ethan be the only person to not score the first time.
Let's send it, boys.
Oh no!
No! Oh, redemption moment for our friends there.
Take that. So Daniel, 1 save, not bad. Not bad.
That was all right.
So Ethan, currently sitting in last place, puts on the gloves. Here we go.
Oh!
Never saw it coming.
The fake out.
I thought either side was going to be good, so I just chose it.
Was that just a skill difference?
Yeah.
You know, when you're playing.
Oh!
You scary.
That was, yeah, honestly, I don't want to go in the goal right now. It's kind of scary.
I'm going to kick the ball wherever the ball goes because I have zero control.
Oh!
Thank you. Jordan is very skilled, just not in football, like soccer football. Or football for that matter.
I think in the end it didn't matter. He was never really playing for first place anyway, so I'm not really too concerned about it.
Oh, right at him.
Dear Lord. Oh, God.
Right at him. Yeah, that wasn't great. He does have quite a punchable face, so it was hard to not just kick the ball right at him.
This one's the one that matters most. I don't care what the rest of them.
Come on, Andrew.
Oh no! Oh no.
2.5.
2.5.
Oh, no.
I should have just missed.
Andrew.
I knew that I wasn't going to hear the end of it if he scored on me. Fortunately, he did all the work for me and just completely missed the goal, so we'll take that.
The shot felt good coming off of my leg. It just, I guess she felt a little too good coming off the leg.
Here's where the mind game starts. Which side am I going to choose?
God, this is such a wide goal.
3 for 3.
Jordan has commitment though.
I'm getting 0 points in here. I was not too comfortable, to say the least. The ball feels like it's right in front of your face, 10 feet. You have no chance in the world to ever do anything.
Oh!
Jordan, there was no effort on that one.
Yeah,
Not even a try, not even a dive, not even a pretend to
I saw
dive.
it going out. I mean, what's the best that I do? Jump in like...
I know that some members were not too keen to really even attempt to save the ball if I put enough on it. So, yeah, I just went for it.
I have no range, but it's okay because Ethan doesn't have a right.
Oh!
He did say he wanted to do the crossbar challenge, so...
Lily, please be nice to me. Please be nice to me.
Yes!
Oh,
wow.
Lily!
1 point.
Come on, Andrew. Here we go, Andrew.
People to me.
Here we go.
Lily, you got this.
Yeah, I do. No shot. I've been in goal before during my soccer career. I'm not very quick. Also, I was not wearing my glasses, so I can't really see the ball that well.
Here we go, Daniel.
Stick it right in my hand.
Wow.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Keep it close.
Okay.
What's wrong with it?
Okay, I'm going there.
No, you're not.
How do you know? Maybe I will.
Go, Lily. Misses again.
Oh!
Oh! Okay.
Okay, I have 2 points.
Oh!
Oh, dear Lord.
I thought you were going right, Andrew.
I was? Oh, you're right. Damn, these gloves are like stiff.
Yeah, I know.
I can't even close my hand.
Yeah, they're so your fingers don't bend backwards.
Oh, that makes sense.
Let's go, Andrew. Oh, yes.
Wow, I keep on slipping.
I respect
Put the efforts there.
I put in the effort. At least I did that. See, if you dive after the shot goes in, you at least look like you tried. Don't kill me, please. Oh, I tipped it!
Andrew!
I tipped it. Do I get half a point? I can't go back to Ethan.
No!
Andrew! Andrew, you're messing this up for everybody.
I found out later that goalies in penalty kicks generally try to predict where the ball is going to go. I was trying to go full reaction mode, and I just was so late every single time.
Dude, how do you do that?
The tiny steps.
I'm liable to.
Okay. That's cold.
You know what? At least I scored twice.
Oh gosh. This is where I have the same amount of skill level as everyone else.
Okay, that's good for us then.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Here we go.
I think I kind of figured it out. If we go to sudden death, I think it might be over for you, Lily. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh!
There we go, Lily.
I've kicked it in that corner every time.
We'll see how this goes.
Come on, Jordan.
Oh, no.
Half a point for me?
Good
That would have been a
lord.
good field goal.
That was a great. If Casey blocks Ethan and Daniel makes his, they go sudden death for first place.
Oh, my
damn.
god.
Okay.
No pressure, Ethan.
I thought you were
Oh, okay. Tie
there's
game
no way I'm getting this.
between Daniel and Casey. Oh my god.
If Daniel misses, Daniel gets blocked, Casey wins. Goes in,
He wins?
he wins.
Oh, okay.
Casey. Oh! That's the win!
I'm very surprised with how great everyone was able to kick the ball. I did not win, but it was very well deserved. Congratulations, Daniel. I thought I was okay at goalie, but it's a lot harder than I thought, and you guys did great in goal too.
One of us was the best in goal.
I actually think you, Andrew, had the most taps on the ball. Even though the ball went into the goal, you still, yep, there he goes. Okay. But yeah, good job.
Yeah, I guess I'm just the GOAT goalie. I know I did finish last place, but I'm very happy with how I did today. These are the sports that I don't really know too well. Football, soccer. Let's get into like some of the other ones that I've done a little bit more. I'll feel a little bit better, I think.
It's kind of embarrassing, kind of demoralizing. Tying with Casey, it's a consolation prize. Not really much though when Daniel wins and kind of takes all the glory there.
For the JumboCast side of things, I think we all did pretty well. We got some points, had a couple of disappointments, but at the end of the day, we kind of stayed in it if you look at the scoreboard.
I guess I got 4th place, and that is a massive win. Just trying to stay out of last, both, you know, what I'm doing here and what I'm doing in my fantasy football league. So I'm really happy with today's performance.
I've been there before. This is not my first rodeo. Field goal kicking unexpected, but soccer is really where I make my hay. See, I started the season with the goal of 3-peating, but we might have to go all the way. I think other than swimming, I feel confident about.
So Casey went 5 for 5, kicking the penalty kicks, but didn't do as well in goal. What did you think about Daniel's performance here today?
I thought Daniel's performance was spectacular. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much, Casey. Thank you very much to Tufts Women's Soccer for taking the time with us here on Bello, and we'll see you next time on the JumboCast Amateur Hour. Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome back to Cousins Gymnasium in a tight match between the Tufts Jumbos and the Smith College Pioneers. It is 36-33. We have seen two historically electric teams play a really good game tonight. Jason, what have you seen from Smith so far that's been good and bad, and what do you want to see in the second half?
Well, Molly, I mean, one thing that is just wildly different from at least in Tufts' last game is that they've already matched their rebound total from their game against Bowdoin, and Smith is used to out rebounding their opponents, and right now they're being out rebounded by Tufts 21-17. So I think that's kind of come to as a little bit of a shock to them. If they want to come back in this game, they need to show more effort, especially rebounding, and limit some of those mistakes on the transition that we saw.
And for the Jumbos, they just need to stick to what they're doing. They've played solid technical basketball, solid on the fundamentals, not turning the ball over, getting rebounds, getting down low, getting good shots, and that's allowed them to build a lead. I mean, well, assisted by Maggie Russell being Maggie Russell on the defensive offensive side of the ball, but that's what the Jumbos need to keep up with their game.
Yeah, and an interesting narrative from the first half was Maggie Russell and Sophia Rosa are not guarding each other, and both have had good moments in this game so far. Jason, Justin, do you think that there will be a switch here from either coach?
Doesn't look like it, as Folliard looks to be shadowing Rosa here for this first possession.
And we have started here in Cousins. Smith on offense here. And a nice drive. A good pump fake. And Ruffner will drop that one in.
Yeah, but it was a bit of a quiet half for Ruffner in the first, so we'll see if she can contribute a little bit more for the Smith Pioneers team in this half.
Tufts on the perimeter inside to Russell. But that one will be stolen. Yamada's going to head the other way. And looks like she will slow it down and pull it out until they have more numbers.
The Jumbo is content to let Pioneers pass the ball around the three-point line.
This is going to go inside to Rosa, not marked by Russell. As we said before, she's going to miss that one, but it looks like a hard fall there. But Lou will get back up, and the ball will go the other way.
Yeah, a valiant effort there by Lou to try and get the offensive rebound, but it just went off her hands and out of bounds. It's Jumbo's ball.
And O'Brien will take up the court.
And we didn't mention this coming out of halftime. The Jumbo is going back to their starting lineup. All 5 seniors on the court.
Yeah, Hannah Kelly out here. Didn't see many minutes in the first half, but a nice start for her in her last home game. A 3 from Yamada, but that one won't fall. And she...
Russell stepped out of bounds there.
Russell stepped out of bounds. Yamada has had a little bit of difficulty so far this game, but she is distributing the ball well, I would say. And although her shots aren't falling, I think her team's really benefiting from her passing the ball around and giving it up to other players.
Yeah, Molly, I agree. And I'd say for Tufts here, they were hoping for a hot start out the gate, but so far it's been turnover, turnover, turnover.
Ruffner's going to take control here. Little weave up top. Ruffner crossover. She might have had a lane there, but she kicks it out. Martin's going to take the 3, but that won't fall. Questionable rebound there. Rosa and Russell in the paint there. We want to see that matchup. A nice drive, but it won't fall. And Smith is going to go the other way.
Jumbo's getting opportunities down low. They're just not able to convert on these so far as Russell gets called for the foul. Her second.
Tufts foul charge number 33, Maggie Russell. That's her second. Team's first.
And Ruffner will head to the line. Sofia Gonzalez back in for the Bows. She also, in my opinion, had a good half distributing the ball. And the first one will fall for Ruffner.
And right now, Smith on a 3-0 run to start the half. I got 4-0.
And there goes the next one.
So in both halves, the Jumbo started with all 5 seniors, and about 2-3 minutes in, went back to the 2 big lineup.
And a nice battle inside there between Souza and Lou, but Souza will not get that one to go in. Kick ball there from Folliard.
2.5 minutes in here, Molly, and the Jumbos are still looking for their first bucket. And Smith here trying to get another one. Good start for them.
Model will throw it in. Back outside, a nice little play. And that one will fall for Yamada. There's her first points of the game. Bench is happy, she's happy. That's a good sign for Smith.
Yep, her first bucket, her first 3 after scoring 8 in her last game against Clark. I know I've brought that up before, but she hopes to get it going in this half.
And they ran a nice play there in the corner, a little screen for Yamada 3. My high school team called that strong. Just a fun fact. Smith is going to come the other way. Ruffner seems to have the ball in her hands a lot this half, as opposed to Yamada, so maybe they're trying to work her off the ball, but Ruffner's going to drive there, and that's a great little push off there. Looks for the foul, doesn't get it, but puts that one in, no question there.
the Jumbo's having problems containing the Pioneers offense. The Pioneers having no problem getting easy looks at the bucket.
Yep, and Ruffner is now up to 8 points, going along with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. She's been all over the court.
A long 3 there from Souza. That's definitely not going to go in. Yamada here with the pump fake inside to Rosa, back out. A long 3. And that one will fall for Hannah Martin. And it looks like Smith is on fire so far. Coach Stillpace, obviously fed up, calls a timeout. What's going on here?
Yeah, this is, for the Jumbos, this is not definitely not the start that they wanted. I believe this is a 12-0 run now for Smith in the first 4 minutes of the second half. The Jumbos have yet to hit a basket. And especially players like Ruffner and Yamada making it look easy for Smith so far in this half.
And the Pioneers just getting completely wide open looks. The Jumbos getting beat in all facets of the game, whether it be down low, from 3, from the mid-range. The Jumbos will hope to turn it around in this timeout.
Yeah, and Hannah Martin now with 4 threes, 14 points. Tufts needs to figure out how to shut her down.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost as if the half kind of hurt the Jumbos because they had a lot of momentum, and now it's right back in Smith's favor.
Isn't this what happened in the boating game last Saturday, too? The Jumbos hanging in there in the first half and then things getting out of hand in the second?
Yeah.
Galanis here with the ball in her hands. As we said earlier, Jill Pace trusting a freshman, Stella Galanis, with the ball. Out to Russell on the 3-point line. She's going to look to drive a floater, but it's short. And that's a nice play there from Ruffner. She had a little hit it off her shins out of bounds. Smart basketball play.
Yeah, and there was just really tight defense by Smith. I mean, Callie O'Brien had the ball for what seemed like 5 seconds. They're trying to find someone to get open, and they couldn't not end up converting. Still looking for their first points.
And wide open in the corner is Hannah Martin, looking for her 5th 3, but it won't go in. Rosa gets the rebound, and it looks like there'll be a foul called underneath.
That'll be Maggie Russell's 3rd, so not what the Jumbos want here, as this game getting a little getting a bit away from them, and now Maggie Russell getting a little bit of foul trouble. Maggie Russell already having fouled out twice in NESCAC play, as that time the play didn't work.
And Lou really had another option, a long 3 from Gonzalez, and that is good. Almost a logo 3 there. Gonzalez didn't even think about it, and the bench is hyped for her.
Yep, that was exactly how the Jumbos drew it up. And, I mean, what a 3 by Gonzalez, trying to get Tufts back in this game.
Lou's going to drive, kick it out to Yamada, who's also going to drive. Smith really relying on the driving kick here, and a foul called on Sofia Gonzalez. Russell is going to head out of the game with 3 fouls. As you said, Justin, that's not what Tufts wants right now.
Smith is doing a good job of moving the ball around, finding open looks, something that Tufts did a decent job of stopping in the first half. But, I mean, Smith can be really dangerous from 3, so you got to stop those.
And the last thing I'll say about Maggie Russell right now is that so the Jumbos, 3 of their 5 NESCAC losses have come by single digits, losing by 2 points, 5 points, and then a triple overtime game to Middlebury by 8 points. Pretty sure in a couple of those games, Maggie Russell has not been available to them late, so they really need her to stay out of foul trouble.
And Galanis is going to pull down an offensive rebound there. She plays fearless in the court. Gonzalez is going to try that one, but that one, much closer, isn't going to go. Tufts is up with a press again, Jason.
Even if they didn't convert these, it's still good to see them getting some offensive rebounds, especially Galanis. I think I've seen at least 3 or 4 really, really strong offensive boards by her.
Ruffner. Rosa's high for the screen. Ruffner's going to come off of it. A little floater there. And that one goes in. Galanis seems to be pushing up the court every time she gets the ball in her hand. I like players like that. She gets the ball at the inbounds, and she is running that up the court. it looks like there will be a foul here on Smith.
And the Pioneers on that last session doing a great job of using screens to get an open shot, and they were able to convert on the mid-range floater.
Yeah, Justin, I definitely agree. Great screen by Rosa. And then, to your point, Molly, Galanis on the transition going out really quickly. It's great to see players like her, as well as Hannah Martin on Smith, both first years, I might add, being so confident in leading their offenses.
All the way down the court. Ruffner's going to put that in for an and one. She was not stopped.
Just coast
from
to
key
coast
to key.
for Ruffner.
Ruffner's just been on fire this half so far.
And the Jumbos so far being outscored, I believe now 17-3 in this third quarter. This was the problem against Bowdoin and against many other teams they've played so far this year. They just can't come out of the locker room with the intensity they need.
And Tufts on the other end here. Space coming off the screen. Inside, Galanis is wide open. She's a little pump fake and can't get it over the rim, but there is a putback from Caitlin O'Boyle.
Yep.
And Tufts really on fire right there, but they are still down 9 points right now, and their press is being broken pretty easily by Smith. Lou will throw that one up for Rosa, but she will not finish. And a wide open layup there again for Caitlin Boyle.
That's the definition of an assist right there. Great pass from Sam Souza as Lynn Hersey will take timeout.
Those are two great plays there before that timeout by Caitlin O'Boyle, utilizing her 6'1" frame, tied for the tallest on the Jumbos with Michaela Paquette and Maggie Russell.
Yeah, and we see Yamada here with a couple more points this half, playing a little bit better. She's playing off the ball a bit. Before, in the first half, she was bringing the ball up, but now we see Ruffner with the ball in her hands a lot. What is this coaching change, this strategy for Lynn Hersey? What is she thinking here? Why is, Yamada off the ball?
Well, in the first half, Molly, it seemed when Yamada brought up the ball, she tried to take a couple threes. They weren't really going in. Ruffner, I mean, I wrote this down in my notes. She's been controlling the offense really well, and throughout the whole season she has as well. Again, 3 rebounds away from a triple-double last game. That means she's all over the court, doing everything you need. And the switch obviously has worked in the Pioneers' favor so far.
Yeah, and just the pressure off Yamada there. Ruffner kind of has that burden of bringing the ball up, but she's not really worried about it. Yamada can just easily focus on her shot, focus on shooting, focus on scoring. So I think a smart change here from Hersey. And it is 50-43, Smith College up by 7. A good game tonight in Cousins. And the Bows will put on, looks like a man-to-man press here, kind of just to slow things down. But Yamada has no problem beating that. But a little trap in the corner here. Smith not really bothered by it, though. Ruffner inside to Rosa. Kicked out, and Martin kind of dropped that.
That was blocked by Annie Ryan, actually.
Yeah, interesting decision to take that 3. She kind of slowed down a bit. Annie Ryan with the block.
I think that's a result of good defense there by the Jumbos. Smith College, with only a few seconds left to shoot on the shot clock, had to put up a shot, didn't take it.
And that one's going to fall for Gonzalez.
Yep.
A 2-pointer.
Nice little step back to get some separation and a nice clean shot.
Hannah Martin signaling for a play for the Pioneers. Rhodes is inside. Looks like she will screen here. And a pull up with that will not fall. Rosa with the putback, but that was certainly an aggressive foul there from Sofia Gonzalez. Rosa will head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, we've seen Rosa. I mean, I've seen her a couple times get some of those one-handed rebounds. And I said it earlier, I think six out of her last 7 games, she's had at least 6 rebounds. So she is a monster there in the paint.
Tufts will make some subs here, and Rosa will shoot 2.
These will be the third and fourth shots from the line for Rosa as she moves to 3 and 3 on the night. 3-4-3 on the night.
She'll go.
Do you think I jinxed her there?
Commentator's curse.
Maybe a little bit.
At least it's not as bad as the Jake Flossie commentator curse.
And Tufts will come the other way. Gonzalez around the screen.
That's lucky to draw the foul there before she got called for the travel.
A foul call. I wonder, that will be 2 shots. Could have been called on the floor, but Gonzalez will hit the line for 2 shots. And one thing that Tufts stats are better than the Pioneers is making their free throws, as Tufts is 71% from the line, and the Pioneers are 63%. So we'll see if Gonzalez can hold up those percentages right now.
Yeah, Molly. Although Gonzalez hasn't been amazing shooting tonight, only 3 for 10, she does have the second most points for the Jumbos and has 2 steals, so that increases her at least 2 steal per game streak to 4.
I will say this, while the Jumbos do have decent free throw shooting, free throws more or less cost them the game last Friday against Colby.
And a nice steal there from Kaylin O'Boyle. She is on a bit of a run now. Callie O'Brien is hyped for her. And 1. She will hit the line for 1 point.
And now Hope Nardoni will get her first action of the night. The freshman.
And another smart play, I might add, by the Bows, stealing it on the inbound after that play by Maggie Russell in the first half. Great rebound.
And a foul call there on Lou. Looks like on Lou. And now we've seen the Bows offensive rebounding really well, and they had 3 steals in off inbounds plays, or off inbounds from Smith. So definitely positives for the Bows going into the 4th quarter.
And just like that, they're only down by 4 points.
And almost a costly bobble there from Callie O'Brien, but she will keep it. Russell at the top of the key. 4 seconds on the shot clock. That's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay here. There are 2 seconds on the shot clock here. So let's see what Tufts can run.
Who do you think out of these 5 they would target, Jason, for a catch and shoot?
Well, I would say Russell, but she's heading out. Maybe O'Boyle here.
Nailed it.
And it looks like she's going
to shoot now.
She pulls up in time, but it will not fall. A little bit of loose rebound, and Tufts is going to get the ball again. This is their 4th possession in a row on this side of the court. Going to run a little weave here. Handoff. Russell's going to pull up top of the key, and that falls. Folks, it is a 2-point game here in Cousins. 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Ruffner brings up the ball. Ruffner wide open at the 3, but shouldn't take it. Washington on the drive against Russell. No fear there. Doesn't fall. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter here. We have a super exciting game for you all. Right now it's 51 Smith, 49 Tufts. Justin, how can Tufts win this game right now? What do they need to do?
They just need to keep doing they just need to do what they've been doing in the last 3-4 minutes, having fallen down by 11 with a dismal first 6 minutes of this 3rd quarter. They've pulled it all the way back to 2, just with nothing's massively changed. It's just more offensive intensity, getting to the balls first, and just getting 2nd chances, 3rd chances, 4th chances, and making most of every opportunity.
Yeah, we have 10 minutes here left of high-quality Division III basketball. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back for the final quarter of this game. Welcome back here for the last 10 minutes of basketball. The Bows are going to take the ball up the court. It is 51 Smith, 49 Tufts, and we are in for an exciting game this evening. Russell inside, going to go in on Washington. And that falls for Maggie Russell. It's a tie game.
And that's points number 16 and 17 for Russell, as we mentioned in the open that if the Jumbos are going to win this game, they need it to be because Maggie Russell has a big night, and right now she's having a pretty solid night.
Yep, and Tufts has just shown incredible resilience here. I mean, they were, like you said, Justin, they were down by 11 at one point, and it was just an abysmal start to the half, but unlike Bowdoin, they've been able to climb back in it here.
Ruffner will head to the line, a foul by Mallory Folliard. And Jill Pace has a little bit of a question on that foul.
What else is new?
First one will fall for Ruffner. Second one will too. O'Brien bringing the ball up for Tufts. Rosa's yelling, walk to the back door. So I wonder if they're running a play with a back door that she already knows about. Russell inside, a nice little spin move there. And a travel.
Yeah, interesting call there. I mean, she was doubled, maybe even tripled. And unfortunately, looks like Russell may have traveled, but good defense by Smith nonetheless.
I mean, she'd much rather it be called a travel than an offensive foul. That would be her. You think that was a kick ball right there, Jason?
And that's the third kick of the game here. It's probably the most kicks I've seen in a basketball game in a while. Tufts are going to keep on this man-to-man press. And Hannah Martin just checked back in the game for the Pioneers. And a little bit of a height mismatch there down low. That's where you question maybe Russell guarding Rosa, but a good play from Rosa, and she's probably going to get that over most players.
Yep.
Tufts on the other end. O'Brien's going to pull it out with 16 on the shot clock. And a nice drive here, a little floater. Too far to the right, and Hannah Martin will grab the rebound.
Yeah, O'Brien took Hannah Martin one-on-one there and just couldn't finish with the bucket.
And that is the matchup we wanted to see. Rosa against Russell, but Rosa will get rid of it, send it to Washington. Wide open layup.
And now the Jumbos, again, with the same problem they had in the start of the third quarter, now here in the fourth quarter, a quick 6 points for the Pioneers, as it seems like Smith just able to do a much better job coming out of these breaks.
Yeah, and on the sideline, it looks like Gonzalez and O'Boyle are getting ready to come back in. And those two were really the two players who kind of boosted the Tufts to get back in this game in the third quarter. So it'll be interesting to see if they can pick up the Bows' momentum here.
And Tufts really using their bench today. Smith, not so much. They still have 4 players who haven't seen minutes yet.
Smith's got to hurry up right here.
And Rosa with a hard fall, but she will get right back out. Maggie Russell coming the other way. Annie Spacey with a 3. That one is no good. Rosa grabs the rebound, and Galanis is going to get called for a little bit of an aggressive foul there.
That'll be her third.
You know, third foul, not what you want, but 7 minutes left, and your bench is playing pretty well. If you're Jill Pace, I'm not really worried about my players fouling out. She has 8 or 9 players right now that are playing some of their best basketball this season. Smith. Rosa up on top of the key, and interesting no call there, almost a carry. Rosa inside. Russell Honor kicks it out to Yamada, but that one is no good. And that is going to be an offensive foul on Maggie Russell. She is not happy about that. And I don't think any Tufts fan in the gym is happy about that either right now.
Yeah, we see Russell here talking to the umpire to explain that foul. But yeah, I mean, just going back to that last possession by Smith, it's just really impressive by Hannah Martin, the first year calling her shot, calling her plays around her.
This is the last thing the Jumbos wanted. Maggie Russell now on 4 fouls. She's going to have to be a lot less aggressive on the floor, lest she foul herself out.
Washington with a rebound under the basket. Yamada with the ball in her hands. And Hannah Martin's going to pull it out. A strategic decision here. Take your time and run a play.
And now I can pretty much guarantee, well, as I speak into existence, I was going to say Maggie Russell's definitely will not be guarding Rosa now with 4 fouls, but on that play she was.
She will head out of the game. And Sophia Davis will enter. Tufts with 4 fouls this quarter, and Smith with 0.
Smith will be shooting the rest of the way with 6.5 left to go.
That is not good for them down the road. Loose ball, Yamada on the ground, and Gonzalez will dive down there with their jump ball.
Coach Hersey not happy with that jump ball call, feeling that it was a clear possession by her own player.
This is 57, Smith 51, Tufts. And this game is close, but, you know, Tufts needs to go on a bit of a run here if they want to stay in it late. Yamada with a nice backdoor cut. She pulls back out, and Galanis is trying to catch up with her, and she'll put one over the top for a nice little hook shot there.
Great play by Yamada as Smith continues to extend their lead. And a near steal by Hannah Martin.
Galanis is coming up. Davis is going to hand it off to her, and she is going to signal to clear out the lane. She wants to drive there, but a little bit of a sloppy play there. She is right back up on her way back to play some defense. Smith is numbers up until Galanis is now back. Yamada here drives. Washington pretty open there, but does not take the 3. Rosa wants it inside. Another kick ball. This is unprecedented.
Is this a strategy here, the Jumbos?
I didn't know we were on Bello. I thought we were cousins.
Yeah, definitely an interesting strategy, but it does give your players a break and prevents the ball from going inside. So
does give Smith an extra 10 seconds on the shot clock, though.
And Rosa's going to fall on the ground to grab that one.
Timeout, I believe, given to Hersey? Yes.
A smart timeout call there, although you don't want to waste one, but you have a lot left the rest of the quarter, and Hersey's going to call that to save the ball. And looks like she's going to drop a play for her players. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. What are we looking at here? Who are we giving the ball to? How are we getting a bucket right now?
I mean, I expected to go to one of Ruffner, Rosa, or Martin. All 3 have 17, 17, and 14. Martin with the 14. All 3 have been hot shooters tonight.
Yeah, and Tufts needs to play some defense here. This game, it's not really getting away. I don't want to say quite yet that it's getting away from them, but they have to be careful here. A quick run could cause them some difficulties, although Tufts has been very good at going on runs this game with a couple plays where they've gotten turnovers and turnovers, so this should be tight.
Also mention a casual double-double for Sophia Rosa, 17 points, 12 rebounds as turnover there taken by O'Boyle.
Tufts is going to come the other way. Gonzalez maybe with a shot, but it's blocked, and it's going to go into O'Boyle's hands, and she's going to drive now. Good drive. She sort of pulls away there from the defense and pulls up a smart play from Gonzalez, the senior veteran.
Great little combination play there between Gonzalez and O'Boyle, the 2 players I highlighted earlier. It looked like Gonzalez's shot might have been blocked, but O'Boyle was right there to save it, sent it back to Gonzalez, and she got the bucket.
And I misspoke there. I called Gonzalez a senior veteran, but she is a junior veteran, as Smith will drive there, fouled, and head to the line. Another foul for Tufts. Sophia Davis is going to take that one. Not a worry there on a personal foul, but for team fouls, that's not good. Ruffner's going to head to the line for 2.
Jill Pace animated on the sideline. Not happy with the call.
Yeah, and as we see on the scoreboard there, Tufts is up to 5 team fouls. Meanwhile, Smith has none. So it looks like Tufts is nearing the bonus here, which is not what they want, down 7. with a little less than 5 minutes to go.
Make that 8, Jason.
Galanis going to head the other way quickly. Davis is going to push up the court. Davis inside. A nice take. Doesn't fall. Davis again with the rebound. That one's not going to go. And Tufts, hard pressure here.
Not that many possessions left in this game. They've got the Jumbos need to force some quick one and dones and get buckets the other way.
And Russell is going to check back in here. You probably need it right now late in the game. Yamada kick out to Hannah Martin. That's a little short. Rebound grabbed by Tufts. And Gonzalez is going to push it the other way. A hard pass inside. Galanis with a quick 3.
The bank is open, Jason!
Bank 3. And that's a great shot. It didn't look like it was going in from up here, but
the
never
bank's
count out the bank.
The bank's not usually open past 4 p.m., but late in this one, guess they are.
Galanis is now up to 9 points.
A solid showing by the freshman.
And it looks like Galanis is like inside doubling Rosa, but maybe just some good health defense. And that's not going to show up, though. As Tufts leaves the paint and Rosa has a wide open two-pointer, really not what you want to give up right now.
Yeah, Rosa's really been getting revenge on her old team here. I mean, 19 points, I believe, at this point.
And I mean, if you're Tufts, you have to be begging her. Come on, give us some mercy here. Gonzalez, 8 seconds on the clock. A little floater there, just short. But
great play by Galanis forcing the quick jump ball. That'll be Jumbo possession. And
that's definitely an early jump ball call. I mean, Yamada had it pulled away pretty quickly, but Bows are happy nonetheless. A timeout from Jill Pace. Jill Pace talking to the referee again. Probably wondering about these fouls, but who knows?
I'm pretty sure that's what it's about.
So, 63 Smith, 56 Tufts. It is a 7-point game. Is this where Tufts wanted to end up right now, Justin? How do they get back out in front?
I mean, they're probably not too angry about only being down 7 if you told me this at the beginning of the game, though. For the Jumbos having 3-point lead at the half and only being down by 2 at the end of the third, the Jumbos not happy about where this fourth quarter has gone.
Yeah, and Jason Smith here, up 7 points on the other end. I mean, they're probably happy with this, but being the ranked opponent and Tufts receiving no votes, is this really where they want to be, and how are they going to pull this game away?
Yeah, Molly, I mean, looking at my notes here, Smith, you know, their average scoring margin is plus 20, and right now they're only up by 7. They're used to being up by more than this, and right now they're probably saying to themselves they should be up by more than they are right now. So right now they just need to ride the hot hand, and that is Rosa, Martin, and Ruffner, the three-headed monster, and just leave it at that.
Oh, and almost a giveaway there from Tufts, but Galanis was there. And I think sometimes in basketball, the worst feeling is when you think you should be up by more than you are, and you play with worry. So we'll see if Smith plays with nerves here, as Yamada will handle the ball. A nice little crossover there. Martin on the drive, kicks out. Ruffner, a little hesitation. And it's going to go inside to Rosa. And a rare miss there from Rosa. But Tufts going to be happy to take that one the other way without losing any points there. Rosa wants it back inside. She's calling for it. Galanis with the drive there. And a foul called on, I believe, Hannah Martin. Yes, Hannah Martin.
Only her first, though.
And only Smith's first, so no worries there. Tufts will run a nice play here off the inbounds. Gonzalez, Yamada playing great D, super low. Gonzalez is going to pull up as Gonzalez pulls away from Yamada and makes that too.
Now the Jumbos desperately need a stop right here.
Ruffner across the court, slowing it down. And the clock is in Smith College's favor right now. Gonzalez with a great hustle play, a jump ball. And as Justin, you said before, that is what Gonzalez does best.
Yep, and right now in the past couple minutes, it's really been Gonzalez and O'Boyle for the Jumbos who've been keeping them in this game. Even that last bucket we saw in a great screen by O'Boyle leading to Gonzalez's bucket.
And right inside to Rosa, but that will be knocked out by Caitlin O'Boyle. One thing that I think Smith has done very well this game is run out of bounds plays in the baseline. And there again, they're just getting wide open passes, feeding it inside. Rosa, another rare miss there. Tufts lucky to get away with no points there. And
Timeout.
Jill Pace or Sophia Gonzalez are going to call that timeout. Much needed. They need to run a play here. They need to get a 2 or 3 and make this game a one-possession game going in to the final 1 minute and 23 seconds. Justin, how is Tufts going to pull away with this game? It is a 5-point game. They desperately need a win against a ranked team, as they are unranked, and they are looking at possibly not even making their own conference games. What do they need to do?
So right there, as we saw at the timeout, Callie O'Brien immediately checking back in for the senior veteran leadership. They just need to get a bucket, a stop, and a bucket, and then they're right in this game. They just got to play. They just got to play solid fundamentals in these last 83 seconds.
Yeah, and what better for this tough senior class than a win in their last game in Cousins? I know that they desperately want it right now. It's just a matter of whether or not Smith will let them have it. Some good D here. O'Brien finding Gonzalez, and a foul there on Yamada.
The Pioneer is still with 2 more fouls to give after this one. So
O'Brien's going to take it out of bounds, directly in. Another foul call there on Yamada again. That's her third. That's their team's third. Again, no worries. Do you want to give that one up? Probably not, but not the worst scenario in the world right now.
Yep, and the Jumbos need this if they want to come back in. They are grateful that the fouls are going against Smith and not them, because they are at 5 right now.
All these fouls are still taking up time off the clock.
Russell inside against Washington. Does not fall. Now Smith the other way. Will the Jumbos foul here? It looks like they won't. They're going to play this one out.
They need 2 stops, though.
They need to be able to stop Rose on the inside, and so far they haven't been able to.
So they don't need to foul on this possession, but the next one, even if they score, they will need to foul.
Ruffner here, using the time in her favor, driving. Will she pull up? She's going to go to the basket here. No, she's not. She's going to pass it out to Washington. Russell with the steal, a big steal for the Jumbos, going to push it forward. And Gonzalez is going to take a long 3 there. And that one almost falls. Ruffner with the rebound and a quick foul there from the Bows. A smart foul there.
Yeah.
And I believe Ruffner will head to the line.
Going back to that last possession, Ruffner looked like she had an easy bucket, but kicked it out to Washington. Tufts with the opportunity, heading back. Gonzalez with a really quick shot on the 3, and unfortunately it would not go. And now there's only 21 seconds left.
5-point game, 21 seconds. Ruffner here with the ability to almost take this one away for Smith. And now it is a 6-point game. This is going to be tough to come back for Tufts. Almost impossible. Ruffner late in the game, making her free throws. Jill Pace is going to call a quick timeout. Justin, what are your thoughts here? What are you running for Tufts? How are they going to get back in this game? What's the game plan for the last 21 seconds?
I would try to get Maggie Russell open. I mean, they haven't been able to do that very well as of late, but it is definitely desperation time now for the Jumbos.
Yeah, and Smith has a foul to give, so it might be smart here to play good defense and not be afraid to let a foul go. But a close game here, although it has been closer other times, and it seems that Smith may pull away from this one. I think that the Bows might go for a quick 3, although I'm not sure whose hands they would put that ball in.
Yeah, Molly. We'll see. I do want to add that's for Ruffner. That is now 2 double-doubles in her past 2 games with those 2 free throws. I'm going to look at her and Martin as well as Yamada on D here. I mean, they've been playing exceptional so far. And the Jumbos obviously need a bucket here to even stay in this game.
And you can feel the energy here from the seniors. They do not want to lose this game. Their last game in Cousins. O'Brien will take the inbounds. And find Gonzalez right away. Quick to Maggie Russell. And an off-the-ball foul here from Hannah Martin.
22, Hannah Martin, that's her second, team's 4th.
With 19 seconds left. And O'Brien will take it out again.
The Pioneers effectively using their fouls to give to take a fair bit of time off this clock.
Russell, hand off to Gonzalez. She looks like she will go all the way. And a quick foul there. Rosa frustrated with that one. Gonzalez will head to the line for 2. If she makes both these, it's still a 2-possession game for Tufts. And she will miss the first.
Yeah, and I think if the Jumbos do end up losing this game, they're going to look back at those 2 starts to the 3rd and 4th quarters. I mean, at the end of the first half, they had a lot of momentum, they had a lead, but the start of those 3rd and 4th quarters, they just were not as did not put in as much effort as those first 2 quarters, and Smith took advantage.
Yeah, and it's a 6-point game here. 2 quick threes from Tufts could put them back in the game. It looks like Galanis is going to check back in. A first year being relied on late in this game. Lynn Hersey taking a timeout here. What do you think is being said in that huddle right now?
Don't screw up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much that Smith could do right now to lose this game, but a few turnovers, a few quick turnovers, and Tufts making both their threes would be detrimental for the Pioneers. And Washington's going to take the ball out. As she's going to get it into Ruffner, and a quick foul. No surprise there. Ruffner will head to the line.
So foul charge number 12, Sam Sousa, her first, team bonus. Going to the line to shoot 2 for Smith, number 14, Jesse Ruffner.
2 shots here for Ruffner. And the first one is good, and I hate to say this, but this game is looking like it will be over. Ruffner will miss the second. And Rosa kind of fumbling that rebound. A quick foul there.
Rosa with another one-handed rebound. That seems like it's become her signature move down there in the paint.
Rosa will make her first. You have to imagine that 3 years of foul shots in this gym paying off at this point.
Yep, and Rosa's now up to 20 points with 14 rebounds.
She will make that one. Tufts will try to push it up the court the other way. Russell looks like she's in a bit of pain here. Galanis from 3, but that is going to fall short. And that will be a nice 2 from Sofia Gonzalez with 1.8 seconds left. And a timeout from Smith coach Lynn Hersey. Interesting timeout call there. Definitely looking like this game is over. There's 1 second left. We're 7 points down. Justin, what can we say about this Tufts team on their home court, their last game of the season?
Well, I just wanted to talk about the seniors for a moment. This class of 5 seniors who came into this team during COVID, or in Maggie Russell's case, 1 year before COVID, actually. This being her 5th year at Tufts. This team, while this season has been not nearly what they hoped, this team, that is not to say the senior class has not had their fair share of accomplishments. Maggie Russell last year earning first-team All-American honors. Callie O'Brien and Sam Sousa both getting all-academic honors. This team 2 years ago getting back to the Sweet 16. Last year getting to the Elite 8, bringing home their first NESCAC championship in 4 years. And also as people, it has been a pleasure to get to know these seniors. in their time at Tufts. And all I can say is I wish them well in their future endeavors.
Yeah, and this game will end 68 Smith College Pioneers, 61 Tufts University Jumbos. It truly has been an honor to cover these 5 seniors here on JumboCast. This is our last time covering them as a class, and what an amazing time watching them play here. Jason, final thoughts on Smith's performance tonight?
Yeah, Molly. Smith, they were a bit surprised to be down by 3 at half, but I think they really showed their true colors playing fundamental basketball there in the second half and pulling away. I do want to say it was really a valiant effort by Tufts because Smith is a really outstanding team, and Tufts pulled within 7 in the end. They played a really tight game for most of that.
And thank you all for tuning in to JumboCast tonight. The Bows will head to Connecticut this weekend for their last 2 NESCAC games. I want to thank the crew for being out here tonight, and thank you for tuning in on JumboCast. We hope you have a wonderful evening.
As always, stay home safely.
So hypnotic, magical.